If you're overwhelmed by all of the different software options for roofers, you're not alone. My name is AJ. I'm the CEO and co-founder of ProLine. And in this interview, I sit down with Tim Brown to talk about his journey of starting a roofing business and how he's found that prioritizing hiring the right salespeople is often more important than which software you're using. We are here at IRE Day 3. Conference hall is looking a little light today, everyone. I think some people have already left, but
great day for content.
It's a great day for content.
Yes.
And I'm joined with Tim Brown with Owl Roofing and Hook Agency.
Yes.
And we're here to have a conversation. I think, why don't you give a quick rundown on what Hook Agency is for anyone that doesn't know, and then also Owl Roofing.
Yeah, Hook Agency helps people get more leads from Google, and we make beautiful websites, and we work with a lot of roofers, so we have a ton of context on the industry, and we made a lot of the mistakes before and make less of them on your account as time goes on, which is a beautiful thing. I think you got to make the mistakes at some point, and learning from those, we've learned from a lot. And then Owl Roofing is a fresh brand in the Twin Cities market, roofing company, and trying to kind of come to market in a powerful, but also like I get to use my resources in the industry, which is really nice. Like the ability to have people rooting for us, which I think when you start a new company, you got to have people rooting for you. And part of it is just getting people on your side.
Yeah. I can imagine. I think I've told you this before. I feel like every roofing industry vendor's dream is to start a roofing business and see how that goes and see and try it out. And so I love what you're doing with Owl Roofing. Can you walk through that decision? What was that decision, or what brought you to the point where you're like, no, I need to start a roofing company for myself?
Yeah, so I've been encouraging my friend Noah to start his own roofing company. We met at an early childhood class right before our daughters were born, and I was like, he was talking about roofing to somebody, and I was like, hey, let's hang out. We hung out as families for the last 3 years and just been encouraging them, like maybe making them a logo here or there, trying stuff and, hey, you should do this or this. And when he decided to do it, he said, I'm doing it. The sales leader at a different roofing company. I'm stepping out of my roofing current company, and I want you to do it with me. And so I had a decision to make. It took a couple weeks, talked to a few people that it was important to talk to. And then my wife said yes, which she's been saying no to my business ideas for a long time because she's hey, focus on your one business. But we've gotten a lot of leaders in place at our current company. And if she says it's okay after 10 years of telling me no, it's probably the right time. And so there's just a lot of things where I felt like it was the right thing to do. And I am literally trying to do what my life path and purpose is. And I think at this point, this is part of it. So I honestly believe you should kind of follow your instinct. As long as your instinct isn't way over here and way over here and way over here. There's a lot of continuity to this for me, which is we've been marketing roofing companies for 10 years. And now it's time to market another roofing company that happens to be, I'm an investor in, essentially.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. It's very exciting. I love how you've been documenting the process. And getting to follow along is such an amazing thing. Where are you right now? Give us a status?
Yeah, we're a couple weeks out from signing our first proposals for roofs. We had to get our license in place. We had to get general insurance, all these different things. And so we had to get a few more lawyers and stuff like that. Finally wrapping up some of that in the next few weeks, and then signing our first proposals. And so, from my point of view, the big moment is going to be once money's coming back and then you feed it back into the system, that, if we can get 10, 20 roofs, that will make me feel a lot better. When the money's coming back into the system, because right now I'm kind of revving it up with investment, and for the next 3 months I plan to do that.
Yeah.
But once that money's coming back, that will be a big moment.
Right. When the money starts to hit the account, the paid invoices.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting. So a few months out. Or how far, what is the timeline from when you made that decision with Noah to start the business to now? How much time has elapsed?
Probably about 3 months. I mean, I did a lot of to me, I felt like a lot of preparation even before we even announced that it was a thing.
Yep.
I think that was a lot for me because I'm not a hustle and silence type of guy.
Yeah.
I'm a talk about it before you even know for sure you're doing it kind of guy.
Yeah.
But we had to because my partner was still working at a roofing company.
Right.
So it was important to keep it under wraps. So we had about 3 months where we're prepping behind the scenes, getting everything going. We had signed a lease. We've got a lot of vendors in place for our important stuff. They kind of said this before, but I think one of the most surprising insights I had as I was preparing this is like, well, how many people want your money as a roofing company? You know, there's a lot of services out there and a lot of them are good ideas, but how many softwares can we have?
Yeah.
You know, it's like trying to find those 5 to 10 things that will actually make a difference. And at the end of the day, it's not software. Sorry to say it since you're a software company, but it's not software that's going to make your business or break your business in a lot of ways. It's hustle and a lot of sales. You got to sell.
Yeah.
And so kind of recognizing I don't want to have a software bloat either. I don't want to have 10 things that or 20 things I think I need. And there's no silver bullets, right?
I couldn't agree more. I think this is actually one of the things we tend to struggle with companies that sign up for ProLine is no matter how many times we tell them, they are often looking for that silver bullet that gets them out of having to hustle and grind a bit, especially the younger companies. And so you're absolutely right. It doesn't. There's a lot of amazing things out there. I feel like ProLine, I'm a little biased, but like it's pretty amazing. But ultimately, you got to put in the work, no matter what. Like it's going to be you. It's going to make the difference.
Yeah, it's a tool. You got to work the tool. You got to be good at the tool. And ultimately, we just want to have almost less tools that we have to be good at. So you find the 5 things you really believe in and then like work those. But it's working them and being with homeowners and selling. And I think like I'm going to probably have my ass handed to me a few times this year with a new business. I mean, I've done it before and I know how it is tough.
Yeah.
So I expect that. But recognizing it's going to be sales and acquiring customers that make it all possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the amount of marketing, obviously, I got to market really hard. And then sales and closing the deal. To me, it's like it's pretty important.
Yeah. Are you going to be doing sales, or is that?
I'm not. No, I have a partner that's very good at sales, and he likes people a lot. And I'm around. Sometimes I'm behind the screen, behind the phone, kind of doing. I like the at scale thing.
Yeah.
I think about marketing as just sales at scale, so I like that.
Yeah.
And then he really likes being with people
one-on-one,
and he knows how to ask for the sale, and he's very kind, and he explains things simply for homeowners. So he knows. Yeah, he's had $1 million years and stuff like that. He's not like an insane beast at sales. Sorry, Noah. But he is.
Everyone has room for growth.
Yeah, but it's also he's led a 10-person team, and he likes those people too.
Yeah. So you're not you're confident in his ability to not just sell in the short run, but actually then scale that team, build the sales culture.
Yes,
all that.
Exactly. And ends up being like gritty day-to-day sales stuff that makes a roofing company. And it's like that's something that's like a challenge I'm feeling right now. Is like those first 2 or 3 salespeople that we get, from my point of view, like that's it. It's almost even more than like any marketing we do. It's like those first 2 or 3 salespeople being good is what's going to make the company good. Yeah. And so that's what I'm like obsessed with right now. And I need to get those 2 or 3 people. So we're in recruitment mode, and we'll be wrapping trucks for them and stuff like that. But it's like that seems like the hard part right now to me.
Yeah. What do you think the key is to finding the right people?
Man, I don't know if I can speak to that. I'm not the expert on that yet. But if I had to guess, and I hope it's
What's your current theory?
My current theory is that I need to give them the ability to control their environment. My current company has 55 people, and a big piece is like, especially those first 5 to 10 people was, hey, you could help make this what you want it to be. I want to make this for you. This company is going to be made for you.
Yeah.
How can we make it awesome? Like, what do you want a culture to be? We're going to make it cool looking and feeling, and we're going to try to make a couple things that are better than other roofing companies in the area for them. So that's a piece. And then the other one is sales enablement. I think of making sales easier for them because of great brochures, great proposals, and part of that is ProLine, and great presentations in home. So like to me, those three things, if those are better, because a lot of roofing companies, they're not very good. So if I'm offering them anything, it's like you're going to have very good looking sales enablement items.
Don't forget about the sales follow-up.
Okay, yeah.
Because that's a huge thing for the reps too, is that reps don't want to do sales follow-up. But if you can tell them, hey, this can be automated for you. Like you're still going to do some calls.
Yeah.
But like we can automate the bulk of the sales follow-up. It's a huge selling point for them if they're like, oh, that's a whole part of my job that is just going to get handled for me. So, but yes, on the front end too, those sales tools.
I think as it's like some of the best roofing companies as far as this goes seem to be like the amount of support.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's staff too, like sales support staff.
Inside sales reps, stuff like that.
I don't have the luxury of that at this exact moment, right? Like with the amount of just early scrap, you have to be low overhead. So I'm going to have to, find other ways to position that. So if it is automation, that's part of it too. So,
yeah, sales supporting them, creating that environment. And it sounds like you want to allow those first couple of reps to contribute to defining the culture.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't know to be honest, I'm coming from without of the industry in a way. I mean, I know enough, but I want to let those people make it what it's going to be. And I think like that is long-term what the real, from what I can tell, game is like, can you make a place that's super hospitable for salespeople and lets them do their thing without like, you don't want to like make an environment for prima donnas, but trying to help them have a great life seems to be to me, that seems like the key. Right now, and I might be wrong, but I think for my current business, it's been like really aggressive marketing, and for this one, I feel like it's like make a great environment for salespeople, like where they can stick around.
Yeah, and build a long-term career.
Because you have 55 people at my current company and 2 salespeople, so like I'm not used to like
the emphasis on the sales side. Yeah.
I mean, we have to sell, but I'm saying like as far as like this roofing company, it's a sales and marketing organization for most of these guys, and it will be for us. Sales, marketing, customer service. It's not even really a roofing company most of the time. I mean, really. Yeah. And I think I thought it was. Once I figured that out, though, I'm like,
this is going to be my next question. Is like, what has surprised you coming into this process? Sounds like that was one thing that surprised you, is you're like, oh, it really is just these 3 things.
Yeah, and I think like, well, when I first started serving roofers, I was like imagining they're out on the roof putting in shingles, and most of the roofing business owners that I know don't do that anymore, and often don't even do inspections anymore. They're not on roofs most of the day, right? They're behind the computer. And obviously there's exceptions to that, but honestly, even the better ones are usually not in the truck. They're in an office kind of running the day-to-day, making sure the systems are leveling up.
Yeah.
And they're fairly involved with that versus that's not necessarily a surprise, but I think that's like people in the industry, it takes a second for you to recognize that, right? Like a few years ago when I recognized that, it's kind of like, a lot of businesses have a lot of things in common. Like a software company has a lot of things in common with a marketing company, has a lot of things in common with a roofing company. And
things that carry over between.
I think that some people can't accept that.
Yeah.
But I think
they want it to be different, you feel?
Well, they just think that their business is totally different. So they can't even hear people that are like talking about their marketing company or their software company or the principles. Like, you can't listen to Hormozy because Hormozy doesn't know roofing or whatever. But Hormozy knows a lot about business systems and principles. And I think it allows you to like absorb more from smart people once you realize a lot of businesses have very similar things in common. And it also, possibly allows crossover. And I think that I can't be cocky about that necessarily because we shall see.
Yeah.
I've got a year to kind of prove out that I have a decent that our roofing business will do well. But I think a lot of the things should carry over, like the people management side, sales and marketing. You have to know a lot about those things to win, and obviously the work has to be good. So that's one thing that I don't know for sure how that's going to go. But I do have production people on my team that are coming in right away. So
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. Are you how much of that production will you have people in house that are managing it, or
Management, yes.
management? Correct.
Yeah, and they will have subcontractors as crews, but we have a kind of an inside production manager and a field production manager that are both have equity.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So they're invested.
And one of them's like a 14-year contractor,
Yeah.
and then the other one's been like doing roofing the last 5 years as the outside. And also he knows Spanish.
Oh wow.
So to me, that's like a big advantage as far as networking with our crews, having good relationships with our crews, and creating like loyalty as much as we're capable of this first year.
Yep. Yep. That's huge. Being able to literally speak the language. Yeah, that's huge. What do you think? What are you most excited for in this coming year ahead? Is there anything that you're like, maybe you haven't gotten into yet, but you're like, I'm really excited for this point in the business. I'm going to get to do X, Y, Z.
Yeah. I think I'm excited for getting out on roofs with my co-founder to talk about roofing systems and maintenance in a marketing capacity, because every week I have the ability, like for years, for Hook, I would go out once a month or once every couple months on a roof just to like learn more about the industry and to be involved. For the last 5 years, I've been doing that.
Yeah.
Now I get to do it every week with a client, but also with my company, right? So and also showcase how I think roofers could market themselves better. So part of this is all setting an example.
Yep.
And some of it you shouldn't take everything I do and do it, but I'm saying like I'm I'm doing my best. I'm attempting to set a good example for our clients.
So you like your own dog food, so to say. Yeah.
Yeah, and allow them to like say, "Oh, I want to do that." And we've already had people doing that are like, "I'm just going to steal what you're doing down here and wherever," and I like that.
Yeah.
So I think ultimately we are going to probably know some things just because of the amount of networking that we've done and the amount of conversations I've had with very smart roofing business owners. So I am standing on the shoulders of giants with some of those things. And we'll see how that applies, because it's not all knowledge, right? It's how can you do it when the rubber meets the road. Just because you know stuff doesn't mean it's going to translate. It's also the emphasis and priority on which things and how much.
Yeah.
Because if you did everything that every roofing guru and every roofing business owner told you to do, you'd have 50,000 items that you have to do. So it's like, it's prioritization that I'm trying to
figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Figure out what to put first. Yeah. That makes sense. Prioritization in business in general is hard, especially when you're an entrepreneur and you want to do everything. Everything is so shiny. What is circling back to like your tech stack? You're saying you had to kind of choose as like that short list of things that you were going to do. And speaking of prioritization, what is the vendor stack that you're launching with?
Yeah, I think so. We're doing it with ProLine as our CRM, and that was a pretty big decision as far as which CRM we should go to market with. The reason I made that decision was because I feel like it's a CRM that listens to the roofing industry, is doing its best to implement the things that roofers actually care about, roofing business owners that are in growth mode. And so it's sales first. It's not just a production product. It's partly the ability to sell, text, communication heavy CRM. So that's why I made that decision. A few other things I chose bid mailers, as far as being able to go out and drop pins on houses and get mail out to their house. I chose other technology. I probably have company cam and I don't know everything else that we're going to be using, but those are a few things out the gate that I hover maybe. I'm trying to like I said, it's crazy how many softwares you start to need. And that's where it's like, I almost want to cap it to a certain number and be like, no more
No more
for the
than
first year, because I know it just gets a little fluffy.
Yeah.
There's so many good ones. There are a lot of good ones, but it's like, what can you do? Let's see what we can do with 5.
Yeah. And start with that.
Mhm.
And I mean, it sounds like you got the big bases covered: CRM, measurements, and then
We'll probably have a canvassing app as well.
right. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, that's really exciting. Well, we're really excited to have you with us at ProLine and support you guys and get everything built up. What do you think has been the biggest challenge so far?
It's all the little nuances, the bureaucracy at the beginning of stuff. You know, like it's funny, like you go through college, right? Like, and funny enough, some of the most difficult stuff about, because I transferred colleges a few times, were like the bureaucracy of getting your credits to count.
Oh yeah.
You know, and like if you can graduate college, especially if you move a few times or whatever, it's kind of like the fact that you're able to go through the bureaucracy and stick to one thing for a few years, right?
Yeah.
That, hey, that says something when you're hiring people. You're like, you did that.
Yeah.
That's a lot. With this, it feels like there's a lot of little things, right? The license, the insurance, all the bureaucratic stuff of starting a company. That is not my strong set. So like getting payroll, you know, all these different things. So having other people on, but all that stuff has been the most frustrating
Yeah.
stuff so far. So I'm sure I will have other answers after the first year.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what those will be. And I'm sure people always say, like, they're talking to me like, you'll see. I'm like, I know, but don't tell me yet, because I want to I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't want to start a company knowing all the problems that you're going to end up having.
Yeah.
You kind of just got to go for it, and then you'll figure it out later. It's not like I won't have those lumps
Yeah.
or bumps, you know. It's just, if I knew everything that I'd have as a problem starting my marketing company, and I knew the future, I probably wouldn't have started it. Like it's just so many things that I had to go through. But I don't get to see the future for this. I know I'll have stuff.
Right. In the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I can't remember his name. Founder of NVIDIA said something similar. I don't know if you've seen that video, but it's like, yeah, if it's like, sometimes the key is to not know.
Yeah.
You just gotta keep, because it's the pushing through it. And if you knew it, then you wouldn't want to push through it. So yeah, that makes sense. You're in it. What has this taught so far in this journey? What has this taught you about yourself that you didn't know before?
Man, I love starting stuff. It's a lot of fun. It's so fun. I love the work. I love going out in negative 20 degrees and putting up a yard sign, because it feels like so specific and so like this is real work.
Yeah.
Versus as a leader of a 55-person business, I often feel like I don't even like do any real work every day. I go in, like I deal with some bureaucratic scenario, like I coach somebody a little bit. I don't even get to click any keys on my computer, let alone get out and physically do work.
Yeah.
I have to like take a few phone calls and then like the day's over.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is, weirdly. Like when you grow a business and you're no longer the one doing it or even selling it, it's a little frustrating as a person who likes the work.
Yeah.
So I think it's just really reminded me how much I like the work.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I have that exact same feeling. That's about the same size as Hook, and it's like it's almost a problem if you're doing any real work, because it means you're not really looking at the big picture like you should.
You're avoiding the actual biggest problem,
Right.
And with little work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it feels. So when I'm at Hook, is like if I go do some SEO for a client and stuff like that, like, and I do sometimes just to make sure we're in it, but like I should be building the systems and fixing the hang-ups in the system versus doing it. So it's good for more people, not just the one I'm doing it for.
Yeah. But the hands-on work is so satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It's so satisfying. It feels it's someone was explaining this to me. It was like it's the dopamine. You get more dopamine from seeing that immediate impact of your labor. You're like, oh, I did this and now it's done. But
Yeah.
but when you move it into a leadership position of a larger team, a lot of the activities that are impactful at that level do not have immediate dopamine, do not provide immediate dopamine. And so especially it makes that, I think it's one of the most challenging parts about the jump is like you have to get used to, I'm going to do most of my day is not going to result in immediate dopamine.
I think that's one, actually, Harmoser is talking about this. He's talking about if you need to build something, and so much of us are trying to, like as CEOs, once you're past a certain point, you need to put it on a list somewhere. You don't need to go tell everyone to start building that feature immediately.
Yeah.
You got to put it on a list first and let it simmer for a second. Make sure it's good, right? And he's talking about if you need to do something, content is a great thing to like
Fall back on.
Yeah, because then you can always, hey, you're doing something right now.
Yeah.
It feels like you're going to check a box, and this is content, and we're good.
Yeah.
So I think that is true.
Still.
A lot of people should probably, if you have a little bit bigger team and you need to like stop yourself from reinventing the wheel constantly, content is a good place for a CEO to sit.
Yeah.
And to just enjoy some of that, because there's a value to having that dopamine built into your day somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. That's where I've been kind of sliding more into. And I do play a little hands-on. I do a little experimentation. I've been like playing with AI, and like I'll pass things over to the dev team and stuff. But I got to hold myself back from getting into the weeds on anything.
We don't want you to code anything right now. Yeah.
No, the dev
Don't let code.
Dev team's like, you're not allowed. Hey, get out of here.
Don't let them code. No, it's funny because I started coding originally too, like encoding websites and stuff like that. But they make fun of because they call it cowboy coding when I do it.
Yeah.
Like I try to do it on live or something like that. It's different for websites, but yeah, probably my code's not up to quality standards at this point in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, same.
It is fun though.
It is fun. It feels satisfying. Has it been challenging juggling Hook agent, your responsibility as a Hook agency and Owl Roofing, or have you been able to kind of carve out that time, or how's that been?
Yeah, I think I just try to push my stuff at Hook to a higher like impact because I have less time.
Yeah.
And I think that there's actually some value to that. It's like right now I'm 2 days a week at Hook.
Yeah.
And then like traveling, like to this week, it's literally like 60 hours because I'm just going back to my hotel room and editing, and I'm doing Hook work for, a long week, right? But then a lot of times it's 2 days. But I like it because it's like, what are the most high priorities I can do in those 2 days?
Yeah.
And don't do any bullshit.
It forces you to prioritize.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And 5 days a week doesn't really, because I actually get more done in 2 days than most people get done in 5. Yeah. And so that pushes me to, because I get a lot of my stuff done. Even when I worked for somebody else, I would get all my stuff done and then I'd go do fun stuff.
Yeah.
And they didn't ask me to, but I'd go I made like a music video. I'd go get my other work done, and then I'd like make a music video like called Googlebot, and it was like shaking ass. It was like they only let me do that because I had all my other stuff done. So I'd always do that. I would always get everything done quick and at a high level, and I'd check all the boxes, and then I'd go do more fun stuff.
Yeah.
And but the amount of random stuff I come up with is often too much.
If you have too much time on your hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking at right now. The 2 days a week at Owl, though, also complements Hook. And then I've been taking a day off for the last 2 years every week. That's just for me.
Yeah. for your.
And that's probably like counterculture in roofing is to like take a day off in the middle of the week. But a client told me to do it and I decided to. And then once I started to do it, like I realized my mental health was better. And when my mental health is better, I find my leadership is better. And when my leadership is better, everything is better.
Yeah.
So that's been big for me, that and meditation.
And meditation. I love that. When did you get into meditation?
I've been in meditation for a long time. You're like when I got sober, so but I kind of got into Zen meditation, and essentially it's like focusing on your breath. I even bring that into my team. Like I'll do breathing exercises at the beginning of meetings, gratitude meditation.
Yeah.
I think it's not sexy or bold but I think it's some of the best leadership stuff I do. It's like, let's slow down. Let's think about loving kindness for 15 minutes before we make all these big decisions for our business. Yeah. Like, let's focus on loving. So that's what we'll do. It's like, and probably some people probably think it's weird, but my leadership team thinks it's cool. And
yeah, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I might take that.
I've got a great loving kindness meditation. I'll throw your way.
Hit me with it. I'm not as consistent as I'd like to be, but I've meditated for a long time. I think gratitude, mindfulness, all that is so impactful. And I love what you were saying with like you're doing it at the beginning of meetings. I'm thinking of like I was just thinking the other day, how can we make our all hands meetings more impactful? That we do like a monthly all hands, especially being a remote team. It's like important to get everybody together.
I'd start on the tight leadership first. And then if you like it, move it out into the bigger one. It was a little weird when I did it in the large group.
Really?
It felt really good when I did it in the like 5, 6 people group. Yeah. Because then you can like all be there. Yeah. Versus, like you got a little giggling going on or something in the bigger group. It's like, kind of like doesn't feel like everyone can fully concentrate. I don't know. In my experience. I'm not saying not to. I'm saying start with the smaller group.
For like breathing. Yeah, makes sense.
I've done it.
All right.
I've done it. It's interesting.
What I was thinking was like maybe I just do even just gratitude. Like what if beginning of the meeting everybody writes down something you're grateful for? Because I don't know if you want 50. Like we're at 50. It's like 50 people. It'd take a long time for everyone to say it, but if everyone wrote it down, at least.
I like that.
I feel like I might try that.
In the roofing company, one of our core values is gratitude, and we've decided to kick off every meeting with gratitude.
I love that. Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. Let's run through it. We'll wrap it up. But run through. Let's do. You have core values. Did you do like mission, vision, all that?
Yeah, mission, vision, core values. EOS is a big like kind of sub system. It's EOS is like the book Traction. Yeah. Really, really good. So yeah, you set your 3 differentiating features from a marketing perspective. You set your core values. You set your vision, mission, your 10-year target, your 3-year picture, your 1-year goals. Yeah. And so we did all that, and our big kind of hairy, audacious goal for the first 3 years is 50 million.
Wow.
Wrote it down on a napkin. I don't like necessarily expect to hit that per se. I would be very happy with 3 to 5 the first year, 10 the second year. I mean, like, all of this is pretty aggressive, but this is like what I'm hoping for and I'm preparing for, actually, in a lot of ways. Without being crazy on overhead, I'm trying to prepare all the systems for 5 and 10.
Yeah.
And EOS is a great way to set all this up. You get everyone's takes. We did like 5 or 6 days literally just on like full days with me and my co-founder on all this stuff before we said anything. Had a logo, anything like that. We were just whiteboarding and focused on all these things.
I love that. Do you what can you tell us? I'm assuming you don't have the full mission and vision memorized.
Oh no, I don't per se. But I think it's ultimately the vibe, just to give you a sense, is like homeowners deserve real customer service no matter what, whether it's retail, financing, or insurance. And if insurance paid for your roof, you paid for your roof because you paid for insurance. So you deserve customer service. And I don't think that's always the case with everyone.
with all companies.
Yeah, and just that idea is kind of a counter to like the way insurance positions it.
Yeah.
So in a way, the common enemy is insurance. Common enemy and leaks, right? Insurance and leaks. And knowing our customer's enemy, which also can be sometimes low-end contractors, storm chasers that don't stand behind their brand or their work. And you couldn't even review them if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You can review us.
Yeah.
And we're going to make it right. Fuck it up, you fix it.
Yeah.
I think ultimately what a brand means is if we fuck it up, we fix it.
Yeah. I
don't know if that's flippable, but all as I know is like that is really the core of the brand, the mission.
Yeah.
Make it a customer service company, not a roofing company.
Yeah.
And if we fuck it up, we fix it. And that will be what the brand stands for.
I love it. And core values, gratitude.
Oh no, I don't know if I remember them all. Shoot. We'll get them back.
You on the spot.
Yeah, we'll get them back eventually.
We know gratitude is a great one, so we got that one.
Gratitude's good.
I don't put. See, I would struggle too.
Yeah.
It would take me a minute.
Yeah.
To get through all of them. I think. Let me see. I put you on the spot.
Yeah. Let's hear yours.
First one for us, we have Speak Up, which is really fun. It's like we're an idea first organization. And so it's a responsibility for everyone to speak up. And if they have an idea on how things can be better. And then seek understanding is the flip side of that. So it's very important for us to also be open to feedback. That's a huge part of like listening. So that's really baked into our core values of listening to our customers, listening to our teammates.
So you have the other two.
Ownership, basically extreme ownership. So always be, before you point the finger at somebody else, always looking at how you can.
That's one of the hooks as well.
Yeah, ownership is huge. Inspire delight. So it's like always be looking for those little moments to make someone's day. And then this is where I'm
I remember one of ours,
yes, what was it?
which is do the right thing even when the right thing is hard. So it's essentially integrity.
Yeah, integrity.
But I like do the right thing when the right thing is hard because that's kind of like says it a little bit more of exactly what we're trying to say. Those are the only two I remember. I can't remember the third one, both.
Well, I have one left. I just remembered the last one, and then maybe you'll remember another one. So we started out. This is an interesting story. We started out, and it was keep it simple, like KISS. Keep it simple, but just we want us keep it simple. But we realized that this was actually undermining us a little bit because we had team members that were avoiding complexity and avoiding like scenarios that were a little bit, challenging because they're like, oh, well, we need to keep it simple. So let's just not touch that. And so we changed it actually about 6-7 months ago to make it simple. And that was a huge shift. It was like very tangible in the organization, but like, oh, no, it's our job to take what's complex and not ignore it, but actually lean into it and find ways to make it simple for our customers, for our teammates. And so it's about, building systems that make the complex simple. It's not about avoiding complexity. It's about like simplifying it. So that was the last one. But I have no excuse because it's been so much time. So
I don't remember ours. I do know that one of our big things we're going to market with is over communicatives.
I love that.
I kind of like it when like key value propositions or core values could have like some negative connotations. Like hook is scrappy.
Yeah.
And like some people are like, especially in job interviews, like I didn't feel like I'm not trying to be that scrappy. Like it scares some people away. They're like, you're not gonna get handheld while you're here.
Yeah.
And I think over communicative could be like a potential negative. It's a lot of work to stay over communicative. Yeah. But ultimately I feel like it's what most homeowners want at this point. And I think that's like it's maybe not a core value, but it's like the main thing go to market wise that we're trying to express as far as what Howell is doing differently. So like
yeah, no, I love that because it then guides your recruitment as well. Yeah, it's you're finding people that they align with that.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah,
send me a message after the interview. Maybe they aren't the right fit.
Yeah, yeah. What do you mean? Don't send you?
You know how people, the best candidates often like will like message you after an interview and be like, "It was really nice to meet you. Thank you for taking the time."
Yeah.
Because you're like, "Oh my gosh, this person's treating this like a real business relationship, not like they're a child and I'm a parent."
Yeah. Oh, that's a big distinction.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. Wow. Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more. I think you want to be you need to have it be a little edgy. Like your core value should be that like watershed of people either align or they don't.
Because most people try to like say their core values is like, oh, everyone believes, at least on the face of it, honesty, right?
Yeah.
Well, what if you said, you know, you're like over communicative is like, we're not just honest, we're like almost gonna be over explaining things.
Yeah. Maybe instead of honesty, like radical transparency or something like that.
Yeah, there you go. That would be because it has an edge to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think having a little bit of an edge on these things matters for both core values and your key value propositions. I think a lot of roofing companies don't have key value propositions. I'm not going to preach yet because who knows if this is going to make my business, but I think ultimately having clarity about the 3 things we want to tell homeowners is pretty important.
The 3 things that when they're like, what makes you different, that you have those ready to go.
Yeah, if you got thrown into the middle of the MLB field in your area, and with a bullhorn, and they said, say 3 things about your company, what 3 things are you going to say? I think a lot of people haven't boiled that down yet.
I haven't thought about that.
Yeah. Here's the 3 things. I know for ProLine, Ian knows his. Like I asked him, he's like, boom, 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 right? He knows what we're saying. Yeah. He knows what we're saying.
I need to learn those from Ian.
Yeah. I think they came from your guys' sales and marketing team. You guys know your staff.
Yeah. But that is super, super critical to have all that clarity. It like without doing that, it's like we kind of lost.
Yeah, you just blend in because you're kind of like the dynamics of a good song when there's space in between the notes versus like kind of vanilla rock and roll with like a lot of reverb and everything blends together and you can't even hear the like different instruments. Yeah. I think that's how we sound a little bit when we don't have those boiled down.
We start rattling off the generic terms. Yeah.
And it sounds like, oh, this sounds like that band.
Right.
It's like, but the bands that like win are the ones that have like that distinct sound. They're like, this is Creed.
Yeah.
This is Nickelback. Yeah. So you know what they sound like. They know what they sound like. And frankly, they're raking in the money. Creed is back.
Creed is back.
Creed is back.
I did not know.
They're touring. He's sober.
Oh, cool.
He's jacked.
That's huge.
The 90s bands are like the early 2000s bands. Like there's like tours now. Like people are like, they miss it.
They miss it. They need it back. It's that nostalgic.
Yeah. But having a distinct sound and then like having clarity around what's playing, like what the notes are you're hitting versus like reverb and can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Because that's what it sounds like when you're just saying the same thing as everybody else, or you're saying 20 things. Here's the 20 things about our company.
Right. Yeah. Your business needs to have a unique sound.
Yep.
Yeah. Just like a band. I love it. Well, Tim, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely.